Welcome back. We're back with John K, my one and only person I'm in a relationship with, but in a friendship way. So, welcome back, John K. Would you like to say hi?
Hey guys.
So today we have another topic, and this topic is about what do you think about when they say that when boys, or let's say men, misbehave with women, and instead of trying to correct the behaviors of men, they say that maybe your girls should be watching what they're doing.
In which sense? It depends. Like, you need to give me an example, like what a woman would do for a man to say something like that.
So let's say, in a sense, this is like a sensitive one.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, if a woman or a girl gets raped, for example,
Yeah.
and automatically people will say, maybe she should watch what she's wearing.
Yeah.
Maybe she should try not to be going out so late. Maybe she should be staying home more. What is she doing clubbing at this time, you know? What would you have to say about that? Why are they putting everything on the woman but not, you know, holding the men accountable for what they did?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say, I wouldn't say that, personally, okay? I wouldn't be that senseless. But to speak on behalf of the people that does it, it has a lot to do with where they came from, like their culture, their beliefs, right? For example, in my Burundian culture, if my sister goes out wearing like shorts, she'll kill somebody. Okay?
So your mom or
my
your
mom
sister?
will kill somebody. If my mom sees my sister about to go outside wearing some short dress or pants or whatsoever, my mom will be mad. My mom will be like, no, you can't do that, right?
Okay.
So at that particular moment, if my sister ends up going out without my mom seeing her, or maybe my mom sees her and then she runs away and she goes out, and then later on she comes home and she says, oh, I've been raped and everything, do you know the first thing my mom is going to do? Probably slap her.
Yeah, but
Because
do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying...
You sound like you agree with
No,
what
I'm
you're saying.
it has a lot to do with where they came from and their culture.
Yeah, but what does culture have to do with the fact just because she walked out dressing that way, they give them the right to say whatever they want to say to them?
Yeah, it's what they believe. Okay? See, if I believe, right? If I believe that if you dress like that, like the way you dress right now, you are a slut. If I believe that in my brain and I believe it, and I'm not saying like everybody is like that, but I'm saying if I believe it, anything that would happen to you, let's say some guy starts coming to you saying, hey, or when you're walking on the street, they start beeping at you. In my mind, I'll be like, they're doing that to you because of the way you're dressed, right? But the guys who are on the traffic light who are probably beeping at you, they're not probably doing that because they think you're a slut, but because they think you're hot, or because they think your outfit is great. You get it? So it has everything to do with what people believe. So those stupid guys, that something will happen to a female and they go out there and start saying, oh, it's because of the way she dresses, she needs to watch what she does, she needs to watch what she posts on Instagram or whatsoever. I would say, one, they are stupid, and secondly, it might have a lot to do with where they came from. For example, Aussie chicks and African girls, they are two different people. Right?
Yeah, they still dress the same.
No, I'm not saying they dress the same, but they have different beliefs.
Yeah, but it's about the dressing code here we're talking about now.
Yeah, but that's what now I'm saying. What I'm trying to point at is the belief of someone, because your actions are going to be led by what you believe.
So you mean if somebody gets raped, it's because of what they believe that they should be getting raped?
You're not getting my point. No, you're not getting my point. My point is, the way I'm gonna respond to a situation has everything to do with what I believe in. Okay?
Okay.
For example, a pastor.
Okay.
A pastor will always believe a female should cover herself, long wear dress and everything, right?
What pastor? You have to be clear about
an
that
African
one.
pastor.
Okay, that's good.
Now, if you walk in church wearing like short dresses, high heels, and just, a bra, and you're showing your
crop top.
Yeah, a crop top, whatever you guys call it, and you just walk in church, the pastor's gonna look at you, an African pastor's gonna look at you, and straight away, in his mind, because he doesn't believe that a woman is supposed to dress like that, in his mind, you're already creating a different situation in his head, right?
Yeah.
In your mind, from coming from home, you came to just go and worship and be good and everything, right? But in his brain, you're coming there for other things.
But the point you're missing is the fact that you're defending beliefs that I feel it shouldn't exist.
No, I'm not defending it. I'm pointing to it. That's what the problem is. I'm pointing on the problem.
The problem of...
The problem is the belief, the mentality that they have.
But they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Absolutely. That's why I said in the beginning, they are stupid to think like that.
So what do you have to say about the men who believe that?
They're stupid.
Why do you think they believe that to begin with? Let's start with that.
Culture.
But is that a good culture to have? Do you reckon you guys are also responsible for what culture thinks about women?
Let me tell you something. You can't take a culture out of someone just like that. Okay? I'll tell you an example.
I'm talking about men.
Yeah,
specifically.
okay. Let me talk about men, yeah?
Okay, let's talk about to the point of the fact that you grew up in Australia right now, okay?
Yeah.
The mentality you have right now, let's just focus on that.
On that, okay.
Do you believe the fact that the way women are treated has to do with how you men have been raised, because they've raised you to think that it's okay to treat a woman in a certain way that, I don't know, your culture will probably tell you that men are up here, women are down here.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that culture is right or is wrong?
Okay. If you're asking me,
yeah.
I grew up in Australia mainly, and I knew myself properly in Australia.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't have that culture in me, like that Burundian belief that you're supposed to treat a woman like this, she's under you and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that. To me, I like the 50-50. Because I'm the kind of guy that likes to have fun, I like to joke, I like for all of us to do something together. I like togetherness, right? I like to decide together. But if you want me to speak on behalf of the other older people that grew up elsewhere and then came here with who still have that belief, I can speak on their behalf because I've lived around them, I've seen them, and I know why they do what they do. Like I know why they put the women so low, right? Like that the woman actually doesn't have a voice in the house.
Then what are you doing to change that? The fact that you're talking from the Burundian perspective, that means...
So what do you think this is? This is changing their mind. This is opening them like, hey, your belief, you're treating your woman because of how you believe, how you were taught, how you were raised, but it's not right. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, that's...
Or you want me to start charging you? Don't play with me. I'm expensive. Yeah?
I'm expensive to my body. Here.
This is your show, so I'm a guest.
That's why I want to point out the fact that I personally, as a woman, I think that it's not just about mentality, though. You know, it's not about where our parents have grown up or what they believe in.
Let me give you one example. Let me give you one question.
Just let me say one thing. Wait, let me just say.
Okay, you go first. Ladies first. See, not 50-50 anymore.
No, because the fact that you've grown up to believe, let's say for example, I didn't grow up in Africa. I grew up here.
Yeah.
But back home, usually the men would go get water because we didn't have taps at home and everything like that.
Yeah.
So they will get that, and then the woman would stay home cooking and everything like that. But now we moved here. Yeah. They're not doing those duties anymore. You know? The duties are gone.
Yeah.
So they come here and now they're just sitting.
Yeah.
Waiting for women to do everything. Do you reckon that's a good mentality to have?
No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. When people come to a country like Australia, first of all, the weather changes. The language changes, the food changes, everything changes, but the mentality, they don't want to change that.
But they say you can't live somewhere, you can't evolve around a place without changing.
Well, there's some people who, wherever you put them, they're so comfortable in that zone that they don't want to leave that zone.
But then they should just stay back home with that mentality where they practice that.
So you want to deport them? No, I keep telling you, like, this has everything to do with
but I reckon
let me tell you something.
You, man, you have something also to do with it because you just put us down.
Okay, no. What you're trying to say is men, they don't want to change in the way that suits the women, everyone, right? Now let me give you one example. You probably agree with me, right?
Probably.
So
that's good that it's 50.
Right now, let's say you're about to get married, right?
Okay.
Now, in Australian culture speaking, people don't pay bride price.
No, they
right?
don't.
But if you're getting married, now be honest with me, isn't your mom gonna ask for bride price?
She will.
And do you know why?
Why?
Because her belief, the culture and everything, she still came with it and she still has it. And if you tell her, Mom, I don't want this guy to pay anything, I don't want this, she's gonna look at you like, are you stupid? This is not how we do things back home.
But you're not getting, getting the point, John.
That's a good point, right?
It's a good point, but you're not getting the point.
But it's not.
No,
Wait,
it's a
wait.
no, listen to me.
Wait,
The
wait.
point that I'm trying to make here is the fact that the disrespect
Yeah.
that men have for women.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not talking about the culture, the thing that we've grown up knowing. I'm just talking about the disrespect that men have for women just because they're women.
Can I tell you something?
What?
You're probably not gonna agree with me on this. Would you probably argue with me? But it's cool because I love to argue and I love to win. Okay. Now, if I tell you that some women they cause this, would you believe me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me say my point since you already agree with me, so you can't argue with me anymore. The reason why I say that is because some women they allow the person to continue treating them that way, right? If me and you were dating, right? And then which is never gonna happen by the way.
Okay.
If me and you were dating, right?
Yeah.
And then in a start, John K is sweet, he's being nice and everything and all. And then the more you get to know me, everything is cool. And then one day you start seeing those little signs where I'm trying to oppress you down. I'm trying to say that,
But why are you doing
push you
it?
down. No, wait. I'm trying to push you down and put you in like, in boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? trying to put you under me. You see it, you're gonna speak on it. You're gonna be like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this.
Oh,
so
me.
that I can you're gonna speak it so I can change it, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like most women, they actually need to voice it out to their partner. Voice it out, because one thing I noticed about about relationships and guys and stuff is that a woman can't fight physically, or she can if she wants to, but mostly
And get a
mostly
knife and just...
her voice is actually stronger than her arms. Understand? So
No, but
if
there's
you
some
use-
men who don't listen. You know
yeah,
that.
but if they don't listen, okay.
But
Now,
our voices won't be stronger.
let me
if
ask you something.
You guys are not listening to us.
now let me ask something. If somebody's not listening to you right now, if you're dating a guy right now, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to you at all. What would you do? Be honest.
I'll just walk away.
Exactly. So why many women they accept that to continue happening to them instead of just walking away? Just so you guys know, a guy or a man or somebody can treat you so bad because they feel like you have no other options. You're not gonna go anywhere, right? But the minute you take off and go away for like a month, trust me, the guy's gonna realize everything he's done wrong to you, and he probably
But
come and
why
apologize.
do you need the girl to walk away to realize that you're actually doing something bad? Why can't you just
Like you said, some men don't
acknowledge
listen.
the fact that you're doing something
like
wrong?
you said, some men do not listen no matter how many times you talk. So that's sometimes you need to show them that, hey, you don't want us to be 50-50. You don't want to listen to me and stuff. Good, I'm out.
But you don't get the point. It's still on the fact that you are still thinking it's okay to treat a person
never
that
said
way
it's okay.
until they can speak up. Why
No,
don't you
I'm not
just
saying
not
it's okay.
let that time to come when they have to speak up?
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying as a woman, first of all, if he does it once, speak out. If he does twice, speak out. If he doesn't stop the third time, show him the, hey, I'm not just an option. Yeah, I can walk away. I can like my life can continue with or without you. Show him that. Go if you have to. You know, I'm not saying it's okay like for a man to not listen to his woman. No, but I'm saying there's some people who you say something to them once, they'll get it. There's some people you say 3 times, they still won't get it. And there's some people you won't have to say anything, but they'll still get it.
It's about the mentality.
People are different. That's what I can say.
It's about the mentality.
yeah,
the fact
absolutely.
that you feel you need to be rude, you need to be so mean to somebody, or let's say not somebody, to women, for them to actually walk away. I feel like that's
It's
already
stupid.
wrong.
Yeah, it
you know,
is.
you shouldn't
Absolutely.
have to put them in that situation already.
Yeah.
Just because you feel like women's are created this certain way.
Yeah, I agree.
Because from that point, what I just gathered is the fact that you push us so much to a point where we actually take the decision to leave so we can prove a point to you where you can just realize that what you're doing is wrong without me having to say anything.
Absolutely.
So that's going back to the fact that it's all about mentality and
It
how
is.
they've raised you
Yeah.
to treat women,
Exactly.
which is wrong.
And some people, they're like kids in their mind. You know, if you tell a kid like, hey, do not touch that, it's hot, it's gonna burn you, right? When you're not looking, the kid is gonna go, no, you know the first thing they do?
What? They'll try it.
They try it like slowly, try slowly, and then they touch it once. If they don't burn so hard, they will go again. If it's not that hot, they will then touch it more, right? So same as some men, especially some weak men, what they usually do, they try to push to see the boundary, like where the limit is. They'll try to do something to a woman once, she'll probably take it in and leave it. They will do the same, something else again. The woman will calm down and just not worry about it. Then again and again and again. And then before the woman realizes, it's already
Way too
here.
much.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, to any woman listening to this podcast, if a guy does anything that you don't agree with, do not keep it in. Just voice it out. Say it. Because the earlier you stop it, the more your relationship will be cleaner. And I'm all about, health, happiness. That's all me.
Okay, so for me, for any man listening to this, you don't need to be rude to a woman for you to realize that you're actually being rude. You can realize that you're actually being mean and being rude without actually chasing anybody away. That's all we're going to say. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for more.
Peace out.